Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break!
Let's go! Keep him guessing.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run with Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Aaron Siposs now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Colton Miller, former 1st-round pick, called for the penalty there. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside throw of the field, especially against man coverage. At that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And taken down just shy of the 40.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It will be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 40-yard.
Sometimes you have big guys down there one spot. There's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Only able to get back in the I'm
actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
They'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. receiver in motion left.
19 right.
2nd and 4. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Sacked to the Kobe Dean. We've seen this quarterback can beat you with his legs. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he takes this one back. His defense gets a pick-6 TD. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st down, he'll drive to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to throw it again. Couldn't hang on for a game.
One thing you have to say about rookie tight ends is more concentration when the ball's in the air. I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Back to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Tough adjustment to the rookie season. Exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half. And he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Build that momentum offense.
An option handoff given to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one. And it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 20 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the scout troops, in this game, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Adjustments and points of emphasis. Their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Come on, let's make a play here.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown! His 4th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplished exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Yeah, this could be the turning point.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get to it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the ball. Charles, you hate to see this from a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Step it up.
Let's go.
Make some plays out there, oh!
It's our game to win, old friends.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Hurts. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for A.J. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles use the short field to get in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
I want my money back. No, the owner is happy with that one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
It's Darren Waller, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I want to see your TV celebration.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Make the play here. Just face it. Just take the ball.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Now he's held and return. It's a loose football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now back to throw. Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Go, Reed! Go! Go, check! Go, check! Ready?
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, 6 points, but somehow he couldn't run it in. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away.
It's such a good lead late. The effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Hurt sets up to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's the option, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
What just happened? Seriously, was that even a play?
A shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
And didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Eagles, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.